What's up, everybody? Break number 1046 BD. This is a 6-box break of the new Topps Series 1 2026. Got the 6 boxes on the table. All right, good luck, everybody. Sorry about the delay from yesterday. It was supposed to be delivered, and they delivered it to our LA office instead of our Phoenix office where I'm at. All right, we should have one silver pack. I'm going to stick that right up there for all to see. Should have 20 packs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 20 packs. This is our first time opening this year, so we're going to go through it a little slower on the first go round, and then we'll take a look at the cards, see what we got. These are some beautiful cards from what I've been watching on some of the breaks. So these boxes, we should be getting one auto or relic per box. And one silver pack per box, which are actually white this year. All right, here we go. Stack number 1. Checking out the cards. Beautiful cards. Yeah, even the horizontal ones are really nice. And there's a throwback of Ichiro. Ichiro throwback, 75th anniversary. Here's the Toronto Blue Jays team card. Greatest hits, Nick Kurtz rips second walk-off homer in 4 days. Give me a second, guys. And I'm back. 75th anniversary, James Wood. Miguel Cabrera. There's our first foil. That is Nolan McLean for the Mets. Nolan McLean for the Mets on the foil. Future Stars, Dylan Cruz. That is on the ticket. That is Samuel Basilio for the Orioles. Future Stars, Chandler Simpson. Those will get random, or those will get given to each team. There'll be plenty of them. Our first numbered card, that is Cody Freeman. Cody Freeman on the 75th anniversary background. And that is numbered 20 out of 75. Going to Texas. Future Stars, Kobe Mayo. That's Bobby Witt Jr. on the ticket. Future Stars, Marcelo Mayer. There is Topps all Topps team, Aaron Judge. All Topps team, Aaron Judge on the foil. That's a really cool looking card. Still haven't found our relic or our auto yet. I don't see a thick card, so I'm hoping that we have an auto. That is Michael Harris on the foil. Michael Harris II. Future Stars, Brett Lauder, Cincinnati. Throwback, Carson Williams. There's our auto. And that's first auto of the break goes to Detroit, Troy Melton. Troy Melton on the auto for Detroit. That is Profiles. Profiles of Mookie Betts. Future Stars, Christian Campbell. Don Mattingly on the 75th anniversary. And that is box number 1, except for our Chrome pack. Alright guys, here's our Chrome pack. Keep the Rays coming. You got it, Raj. How you been? Alright. We got some blue. We did get some blue. Hopefully it's a blue auto. Alright, we got James Wood. I'm going to bring this down. I'm going to stick that there. James Wood for the Nationals. Nathan Church, St. Louis. There's Paul Skeens for the Pirates. And our blue is going to the St. Louis Cardinals. That is Ozzie Smith. 35 out of 150. 35 of 150. That was box one. Alright. First auto was Troy Melton for the Detroit Tigers. Troy Melton. That's alright, Cheese. What's up, buddy? Alright, box number two. Box number two. Alright, here we go. Hopefully we can find a nice golden mirror. Alright guys, here we go. Box number two. We're going to go a little bit faster this time. That is going to T-Mobile Park. That is what, Seattle? On the first pitch. Any first pitch I find when sorting, I'll go ahead and top load for you guys. On the foil, we got Brett Beatty. Brett Beatty for the Mets. Jackson Merrill on the 75th anniversary. Future Stars, Marcelo Mayer. 75th anniversary for the Cardinals. That's Albert Pujols. We got green. And it's a green auto. And it is Barry Zito. Barry Zito on the auto for the Oakland A's. 75 of 99. If you're old enough to remember Barry Zito, that's an awesome hit. That's a cool card. Future Stars, Kumar Rocker. All Tops team, Paul Skeens. Francisco Lindor on the 75th anniversary. That is Lawrence Butler on the foil for the A's. Greatest hits, that's Jason Dominguez blasting a walk-off for the Yankees. .288 out of .399. That is Bryce Matthews for the Houston Astros. .288 out of .399. Aaron Judge on the 75th anniversary. Throwback card. A Braves 1 of 1. Now, that would be awesome, bro. That would be awesome. Future Stars, Rhett Lauder. There's Jack Caglione on the throwback. On the profiles, that is Gunnar Henderson. Profiles by Ken Griffey Jr. That's Gunnar Henderson. Future Stars, Dylan Cruz. There's Profiles by Ken Griffey Jr. of Shohei Ohtani. Future Stars, Kobe Mayo. Future Stars, Christian Campbell. There's Roki Sasaki. He ain't a future star. He's a star now. Especially with what he did in the World Series. A Mickey Mantle redemption. I saw that. That was funny. That was pretty funny. All right. We got Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts on the Mojo. Andrew McCutchen. There is Ichiro on the Mojo. Ichiro. And the last one is the Big Hurt, Randy Johnson. Box number 3. Alright. Next box. Box number 3. Alright guys, box number 3, here we go. There's profiles of Juan Soto. Profiles Juan Soto. Ken Griffey Jr. on the throwback. That is Nolan Arenado on the throwback. Future star of Dylan Cruz. That is on the foil. Dean Kremer. Dean Kremer on the foil for Baltimore. Future stars, Kumar Rocker. Greatest hits, that's Jackson Chourio going for Milwaukee. First career walk-off hit. Future star Christian Campbell. through to $3.99. That is Patrick Bailey for the Giants. Patrick Bailey for the Giants. There's Vlad Guerrero Jr. on the throwback image. Jacob Misiorowski on the throwback. On the pink border, that's Colby Thomas. Colby Thomas on the pink border for Oakland. These are not numbered. They are just short prints, pink borders. Cal Raleigh on the profiles from Ken Griffey Jr. In case you're a first timer here, yes, all cards do ship. On the ticket, we got Paul Skeens. Paul Skeens on the ticket. Future Stars, Chandler Simpson. Future Stars, Rhett Lauder. That is a foil of Zach Wheeler for the Phillies. Zach Wheeler. Give you a little zoom in and notice that we got our first patch coming, our first relic. Future Stars, Marcelo Mayer. Mike Schmidt, 75th anniversary throwback. Our first patch. Somebody said keep it up for the Rays. Who could that have been? Who could that have been? That's an old symbol of the Rays. So who could this be? How about Chandler Simpson? Chandler Simpson on the City Connect swatch. Very nice hit for the Rays. All right, Raj. You're awesome, buddy. You're awesome. Like I said, guys, first pitches, I will, when I sort, I will sleeve and top load those. That was box number 3. Almost. Box number 3. Almost. Here we go. Come on, we need an auto out of one of these. We need a nice auto out of one of these. Here we go. We're starting with Vlad Guerrero Jr. on the Mojo. Vlad Guerrero on the Mojo. Owen Cassie. Owen Cassie on the Mojo. That's funny, dude. That's awesome, bro. Appreciate it, Raj. How about the greatest pitcher of all times, in my opinion? This is my opinion. Probably the greatest pitcher of all times, Nolan Ryan, going to the Rangers. Yep, that's my opinion. People have their own. So, Kyle Teel, rookie Mojo for the White Sox. All right, let's go. Box number 4. Box number 4. All right, box 4. Here we go. There we go. All right, box number. Is that a golden mirror? No, I thought it was. All right, box number 4. What do we have here? That is Mike Trout. These are our 2026 cards. 512 out of 2026. Future star is Luis Angel Acuna. Big Poppy on the 75th anniversary throwback card. Future star of Chandler Simpson. That is Alex Freeland Future Stars Marcelo Mayer. Foil of Brandon Garcia. Brandon Garcia on the foil for the Diamondbacks. Future Stars Rhett Lauder. Greatest hits. That is Patrick Bailey hits a walk-off inside the park home run for the Giants. Future Stars Kumar Rocker. That is on the aqua foil. Luendier Avila. Luendier Avila on the aqua foil, kind of like the pink, it's not numbered. Short print. Lawrence Butler on the throwback. Future Stars Marcelo Mayer. Barry Larkin on the throwback. Future Stars, there's Spencer Schwellenbach. Roman Anthony on the profiles. That is Tarek Skubal on the All Tops team. I like the design of these this year. These are nice. That is Hunter Goodman on the foil for Colorado. Hunter Goodman. Future Stars Hayden Birdsong for the Giants. Kyle Tucker on the throwback. Kyle Tuckler. Yeah, that wasn't good. Come on. Is that our auto? That could be our auto. That is for the Toronto Blue Jays on card, Lazaro Estrada. Lazaro Estrada on card auto for the Blue Jays. That's a sick, actually, card, how they did that. 91 throwback. It's a pretty cool looking card. Cool auto, too, he's got. We have a greatest hits of Pete Alonso. That is Belts, 3 home runs in the All-Star game. almost done with box 4. We got one little pack left here. Let's go Mojo. Let's go Mojo Auto. We want a Mojo Auto. Come on. I'm not going to look and cheat. Mark McGwire on the Mojo. Barry Larkin. My boy. My favorite player of all times. This is my boy, Don Mattingly. Donnie Baseball. And we got an auto. We got an auto, guys. And it's going to the Pittsburgh Pirates. Unfortunately, it is not Paul Skeens, but I'll take a rookie auto, 262 of 299, Bubba Chandler. Bubba Chandler for the Pirates. Nice. Nice little auto for the Pirates. Gross pinstripes. Who said that? Raj. Raj is gonna have to get banned. So it was a good run for you, Raj. You got to break with me one time, and now you're banned. Oh shit. All right. Box number 5. Box number 5. Poor Raj. Positive rays around here. Rays of the sun. Oh, all right. Box number 5. Box number 5. You're all good, buddy. Trust me, I don't take offense to nothing. I don't take offense to nothing. What's up, Lowell? What I hit for you? Was that auto you? Bubba Chandler is a top 10 prospect in baseball. Yep, you know, you're absolutely right. Bubba Chandler is actually really good. I'll admit that. So congrats to you on the Pirates, my friend. I was just busting chops. But it would have been nicer if it was Paul Skeens. Don't get me wrong. Tell me you wouldn't trade that Bubba Chandler for a Paul Skeens. But it's an auto, so that's a good thing. All right. Box number 5. Put that back there for a second so we can get rid of some of this dust. God, I hate these cards with dust all over them. All right, box number 5. Here we go. Future Stars, Marcelo Mayer. Greatest Hits. That's Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge, fastest player in history to 350 home runs. Future Stars. Kumar Rocker. Spencer Schwellenbach. Shota Imanaga on the throwback. 1991 throwback. It is a banger for sure. For sure, buddy. You'd have to really think really hard on that. I hear you. I hear you. There's Jacob Melton. 91 throwback. There's a good young prospect for the Yankees. Cam Schlittler. Cam Schlittler on the foil. Future Stars, Kobe Mayo. There's a winning ticket of Mike Trout. Big ticket player, Mike Trout. Future Star, Dalton Rushing. Future Star, Roki. Hayden Birdsong, Future Star. On the gold to $3.99. That is Bryce Miller. Bryce Miller for Seattle. That is number 221 out of $3.99. And Jose Ramirez on the throwback. Future Stars, Chandler Simpson. That is Mickey Mantle on the 1991 throwback. Future Stars of Dylan Cruz. Future Star Christian Campbell. That is Sawyer Gibson Long on the 2026 1776 out of 2026. This is a bicentennial card. 1776 was our bicentennial. If you're watching in the USA. Big ticket players, that is Pete Crow Armstrong, PCA. There we go. All Tops team, Shohei Ohtani. We've hit 4 of these guys. 4 of these Tops all team. And all 4 are your Cy Young winners and your MVPs. So, where's our Rookies of the Year? Where's our Rookies of the Year? That is a foil of Andrew Benintendi. Yeah, that is definitely the wrong Mickey Mantle card. I do have a Mickey Mantle, 1962 Mickey Mantle graded card. It's in my collection. It's his last year he played. That is Christian Moore for the Angels on the 91 throwback. Our auto is green. Our auto is green. We got so far 4 autos out of 5 boxes. 4 out of 5? Yeah. Damn. That is awesome. Can keep that coming. Ichiro on the profiles. All right. Who is our auto? Good luck, everybody. It's going to Houston. Cam Smith. Ooh, nice one. Nice one. Rookie Bryce Matthews on the auto green. 11 out of 99. It's a nice hit for Houston. Bryce Matthews. This kid's going to be pretty good. I was hoping it was Cam Smith. But you know what? Bryce Matthews, he's got a good future too. So, all right. Our Mojo pack. Ooh, look who's on top. In those ugly City Connect Red Sox uniforms. City Connect Roman Anthony for the Red Sox. Mojo. Buster Posey for the Giants. Buster Posey. Miguelito Cabrera. Miguel Cabrera. Detroit. And because he is with the Montreal Expos, he's going to Washington. That is Vlad Guerrero Sr. Vlad Guerrero Sr. Last box. Our last 20 packs. Here we go. Well, we got 21 packs because of that. All right, last 21 packs. Let's say it that way. Good luck, everybody. Move that over a little. Here we go. Greatest hits, Matt Chapman. That's for the Giants. Mike Trout on the throwback. That is on the gold to $3.99. Ryan McMahon for the Yankees. That is numbered 168 out of $3.99. 168 of $3.99. Okay, he was upside down. I just wasn't sure if he was an image variation. They're not. That is Manny Machado on the greatest hits. Future star Dalton Rushing. Marcelo Mayer. Future stars. Kyle Freeland on the foil. David Wright on the 75th anniversary. 1991 throwback. Gunnar Henderson. Future star Hayden Birdsong. There's the first pitch, Alicia Newman for Toronto. Again, I will sleeve and top load all the first pitches when I'm sorting. I mean, they are a common card, but they're a special common card. I've always top loaded those. Last 10 packs. And our last hit of the break, that's going to the Cubs. That is Seiya Suzuki on the swatch. Game-worn memorabilia. Kyle Teal on the 91 throwback. Future star, that's Roki. Foil, William Contreras. William Contreras on the foil. Kobe Mayo, Future Stars. Big ticket player, that is Juan Soto. Nothing in that pack. Last 5 packs. That is Bobby Witt Jr. on the profiles. 3 packs to go, plus our bonus Mojo pack. So 4 in total. That is a purple of the Washington Nationals team card. Purple Washington Nationals team card. That is numbered 158 out of 250. 158 out of 250. Marcelo Mayer, Future Stars. To 2026, we have Mason Barnett. Mason Barnett for the A's. That's Ellie on the throwback. Mason Barnett, 827 out of 2026. And our last two packs. Nothing in that one. Hopefully our last Mojo pack can get us something nice. Last Mojo pack. No color though. No color. We got Mark McGwire. Mark McGwire. Barry Larkin. Nice one for Kansas City. Jack Caglione on the rookie Mojo. Jack Caglione. And to finish it off for the Braves, a nice one, Ronald Acuna Jr. Ronald Acuna Jr. And there, my friends, is your break. Appreciate your patience. Let's go ahead and get a recap in. And let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Our foils. Our foils, here we go. We got William Contreras, Kyle Freeland, Andrew Benintendi, Cam Schlittler, Hunter Goodman, Braden Garcia, Zach Wheeler, Keen Kremer. We got Lawrence Butler, Brett Beatty, Michael Harris II, Nolan McLean. Our all-tops team, Aaron Judge, Shohei, Paul Skeens, and Tarek Skubal. Our Mojos, we got Ronald Acuna Jr., Jack Caglione, Barry Larkin, Mark McGwire, Vlad Sr. for the going to Washington, Miguel Cabrera, Buster Posey, Roman Anthony, Don Mattingly, Barry Larkin, Mark McGwire. That's Kyle Teal, Nolan Ryan, Owen Cassay. We got Vlad Jr. going to the Blue Jays, of course. Randy Johnson for the Diamondbacks, Ichiro, Andrew McCutchen, Mookie Betts. Did I grab two when I grabbed Ichiro? No. Paul Skeens, Nathan Church, and James Wood. Our numbered cards to 2026. We have Mason Barnett, Sawyer Gibson Long, and Mike Trout. These are to $3.99 on the gold. Ryan McMahon, Bryce Miller, Patrick Bailey, Bryce Matthews. On the purple to $2.50, that is the Washington Nationals team. To $1.50 on the Mojo, we got Ozzie Smith for St. Louis. On the 75th anniversary border, we have Corey Freeman, for Texas. On the aqua border, Luinder Avila. And on the pink border, that is Kobe Thomas. we had 2 patches and 4 autos in 6 box. 5 autos, right? 5? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 5 because we had 1 in the Mojos. All right. This is Seiya Suzuki on the Relic. On the City Connect card, Chandler Simpson for Tampa Bay. Not numbered. On the auto, Lazaro Estrada for the Blue Jays. Troy Melton for the Tigers. To 299, Bubba Chandler for the Pirates. 1099, Barry Zito on card for the A's. And for the Astros, on card, that is on card, yep, on card to 99 for Houston, 11 of 99, that is rookie Bryce Matthews. There's your break, my friends. Appreciate you all for being here. Hope to see you next time. We're running this again on Sunday. It'll be our first break of the day on Sunday. I hope to see you guys there. Have yourself a great afternoon, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.